August. I think it's August. We're going with August. Hi, Lara from San Pedro, Belize, with 12 Belize, my little shop here in Ambergris Key. So, why am I wearing a Santa hat? Why do we have Santa music, which you can hopefully hear? Is because we need to start thinking about Christmas. Yes, I'm that girl. I am. I'm the one that starts retailing Christmas in August. But why am I retailing Christmas in August? Because we're going to be talking about Christmas ornaments. And we're going to be talking about the customizability of these Christmas ornaments and how great they're going to be when we talk that through, and the time that you're going to need to order them now so that you will have them in time for Christmas. So please do forgive me for my Christmasness. And I have an elf who's wearing antlers over on the side there, so we'll see her maybe in a little bit. Come on in, elf. Reindeer. See? It's Christmas. Yay, Christmas. Something to look forward to. So we're going to talk about stained glass today. I've got a client called Cerulean Bay. This is for you. And we were talking about customizable objects that I have here in the shop, which is pretty much everything can be creative and customized. We've got lasering and other options and great artists here, but what we can also do is the stained glass. So the stained glass, we've got a variety of styles here. We've got these cute little flip-flops. These can come in a variety of colors. Turtles, and you'll see there's a little wood tag on it that says Belize. The artist who makes the stained glass, her name is Lisa Carr, and she lives over on the mainland and runs a property called Banana Bank. If you ever want to go horseback riding, Gabby, my lovely camera elf, has gone there. We've gone there as a family, and it's just a great time. So, but Lisa is an amazing stained glass artist. She's done giant panels, many of the Catholic churches and other churches around the country. She did this giant, I don't know, Lisa, what was it, 6 foot tall Jaguar panel out of stained glass that's magnificent, that resides in a home here in San Pedro. But because she's a dear friend of mine, I get to strong arm her into making me things for the shop. So what she makes are these incredible stained glass pieces. So I'm going to just show you a few. So this is a gorgeous little Christmas tree that we love so much. So these don't have to be ornaments. These can hang. Do they still do this? We wouldn't know down here. Where you hang stuff from your rearview mirror in your car? Like, is that an 80s thing? Should I be listening to Duran Duran or something?
We need some dice too.
Fuzzy dice.
Yeah.
We can get stained glass dice made somehow. Lisa will have to figure that out. But we can customize these. And what do I mean by that? So for example, we have the word Belize here. So that isn't the only word, B-E-L-I-Z-E. She can do other patterns. If you've got a logo, you can send us your logo and we'll see what she can do to recreate that logo in stained glass. I don't have it now, but I did have at one point a beautiful round seal of Belize in stained glass. And Belize's flag, for an interesting note, for those of you who like trivia, we are the only country that has people on our flag. We have, is it white and black, right? White and brown? Or the Garifuna and the... I'm looking at Gabby. She's supposed to know these things better than me. Anyway, it's got two people coming in peace, working together to build a beautiful Belize. And so we had that panel. But she can do other things. So like this says Belize Keys. And this is a place you can hang your keys and whatnot. And in a few minutes we're going to go outside so you can see what these things look like in the sunlight. Because this would be beautiful hanging on a door or next to your front door. But again, if you've got a logo, like this, my logo is a circle with a 12 in it. I could send her the logo and she can make that for me. Of course, there's customizing prices, whatnot, but think in terms of Christmas gifts for corporate gifts. So I have a client who's ordering certain items because they have an office. She's a podiatrist, shout out to the foot doctors out there. And they order for their, every year they would come to Belize and they would buy gifts here to bring back and give us their Christmas and thank you gifts to their employees. And we can do the same thing with stained glass. We can have your logo done, wording that you like. We also have, let's see if I can find some hanging on this. Yes.
The ones like with the flip-flops and all that where it says Belize underneath there. Can that be a different word also?
Yes. Okay. We have to work together probably with the laser people down south that do the woodworking. I'm not sure where Lisa gets these, but certainly we can. Size would be an issue depending on what you wanted to have. But if you wanted to put names on there, like Dawn and Al or Gabby or whatever, what adorable way to do Christmas for your family.
So we have a Christmas ornament for each of our animals that have been with us or may have passed already or are still with us.
Come on in here, into the shot, my dear Rudolph.
Yeah. So we have, for my family, we have little Santa Clauses, and it has our pet's name underneath it. So that would be kind of fun for these.
Absolutely.
You put your pet name, or if you have a child, you can put your children's name on there.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah, that might be a cool idea.
That would be a great idea. And she's really open. You've got unusual things she plays sometimes. You've got a little cowboy hat for any of your southern folks. And again, laser cut. So the Belize keys, as I was saying, so this could be any image. It could be your logo. You can hang it in a window. They make great on a front door of a business, hanging in your window of your business. If you would like to have an open sign made that has a logo as a part of that, anything that you're looking to do. Then she does other things. So we've got something like this, which is just a sweet little candle holder. This is done in clear glass. Does it help if I put it against the black or anything, Gab?
It makes it darker.
So it's not helpful?
Mm-mm.
Okay. In clear glass, but she also can work in mirrored. So how gorgeous and chic would this be in mirrored or in different colors in your bathroom? Beautiful bridesmaids gifts. Terrarium or a succulent in this would be so pretty. Again, if you can dream it, we can make it. So that's one of the other things that she does. And then we have her
This is it right here.
lanterns. I was going to say world famous, but they're not really yet world famous. We're working on that. So we're going to take this one outside in a couple of minutes. I want you to see how it looks in the light. First of all, this is teak wood, which they grow over there at Banana Bank. They've got farms and all kinds of stuff out there. It's really quite remarkable. Really amazing. And so this is teak wood, which is super strong. It's easily packed. It's not easily broken. Teak is a super strong material. This here I love is a bit of upcycled tin. Sometimes you'll be able to see the license plate numbers if she's using old license plates. But then what this does is this. So this opens up and you put a candle inside and then it illuminates, which I'll show you outside. Now personally, let me put this down, it's easier with two hands. There's a hole here for the heat for the candle to get out and for the smoke and whatnot to get out. I personally, you know what I would do? I would drop a light bulb in there. Very easy to wire this wherever it's hanging. Not a hard thing to do at all. Or, of course, if you're the kind of person that would open it and light the candle and do all of that so you can enjoy it, great. I'm not. I'm entirely too lazy for that. So let's go down. Let's go outside for a second so we can see what this looks like in the sun. Maybe, Dawn, grab a couple of different pieces of stained glass. So here we go, outside the shop to the beautiful Vilma Linda Plaza. Look at the carnage. Did you see that coming in? I don't know what that's about. So here's where you really see the art of the work. Yeah, I think that's better, don't you? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, the sun is directly above us, so it's kind of hard to get the true effect, but I think you can get the idea of how gorgeous that'll be with the light coming through it. So we're going to look at a couple of other pieces. Oh, okay. That was the sun.
When I first visited Belize, you were one of the first shops I came to, and I came small with this.
I see him in your bathroom.
Exactly.
So how pretty in the light. All right, so we're going to go back inside, and we can show it against the window panes so you can see what it would look like inside, but we don't have any light coming through the window right now. Although there's a beautiful breeze today. I will say that. I lost you. There you are. So, yeah. I don't know where there's light, if you can, that's on the wrong side. Does this work? At all? Not really.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying, people. I'm not very good at this. But here's the light, here's the sun, here's the window. That's what it'll look like in a window. You'll get it. Get the drift. So we've got a Scarlet McCall, we've got, yeah, that's not working. I failed. Scarlet McCall, any number. We've had Jaguars, we've got this gorgeous hummingbird, and I do want to point out the official butterfly of Belize, which is the beautiful blue morpho. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Okay, so prices on these range from around $20 US and on up, depending on the complexity. If you want words or letters done, just bear in mind that she's got to cut all the pieces of glass out and put them back together. So it does, you know, we're going to have to talk about what that would cost. But if you have a simpler logo or just a shape or something, we'd be happy to do them. And I know that that would be something we can do very reasonably. And the perceived value is the phrase I use all the time. If you give something someday that you spent a whole lot of money on, but it's just a small little thing that doesn't look like much, it's hard for people to understand what the value is. If you gave somebody a customized one of this with your logo on it, they understand that that took work, and it will look like it cost a whole lot more money than it actually is. So really great perceived value on these ornaments. Can we think of anything else? Santa. By the way, Victoria, you were looking for the Santas. Here's Santa. He's the cutest in the world. Cutest Santa ever. Hold on, my other little elf is getting us something. Oh yeah, and there's the ribbons and the hearts. See, I did a terrible job, elf. So can you grab me that one, and then separately, grab me one for right now. Just hand me that. Yep. And then go back and grab the other ones. So we have crosses, which come in a variety of colors. Great for weddings, baptisms. Just hand me one, Dawn. And then there should be on the back side, I see a yellow ribbon. And then, what?
Tom and Eddie from Crewlin Bay are watching.
Hi!
And they said you can send pricing on the lanterns.
On the lanterns? Yeah, these are pretty
Even
magnificent.
Mom asked.
Even your mom asked the pricing on the lanterns? Yeah, these are pretty magnificent, Tom. Hi, by the way, glad to see you. And hi, Amy. This one, as it sits, retails at $315, Belize, so that's 156, no, 158. Yeah. Give or take. Yeah. Now, Tom, I thought about you with this, with all of this, and your name's Cerulean Bay, but imagine your logo on one of these panels. She could do maybe the name for your business and things like that. So these are fantastic, and they ship well, and they're sturdy. And then Dawn also grabbed for me, we have ribbons. So these ribbons, we've had them in a variety of colors. So let's say that you're doing a fundraiser, and you would like to do, you're doing a high-end fundraiser, and you are doing seating charts. You could take this ribbon in the color of your choice, whether it's pink or red, whatever support you're trying to give, and this could become your napkin ring. We could leave this open, and now it's a napkin ring. Why are you making a face go?
They're saying it sounds muffled.
Maybe was your hand? Is it still muffled? Maybe turn the music on. Is it possible your hand was on the bottom? Is it still muffled now? Let me know what they say.
And then Mom asked, how do you ship and does it break and lie flat?
The shipping of these, what would happen with this is I would take the top pan, I would open it up, stuff it, wrap it. I have styrofoam in abundance that I used to use for something else that we would use to pack these up. Again, this teak wood is super strong. So now how they ship is we ship via the Belize Postal Service. Things are done by weight. So they take about 2 to 3 weeks to get up to the States. And this is probably going to cost for one of these would be about 20, I would say this is about 1 kilo. It's based on kilos. So this is about 2 pounds. So this would be about 30 Belize to ship this to the States, and then it's an additional 15 Belize per kilo, so $7.50 per kilo after that. So it does, the price goes down on shipping. The first hit's the one that gets you for the first kilo. So they ship well. What was the other question? I feel like there was another question. Are we still muffled is the question. Okay.
Does it break down?
It does not go flat. It does, well, I don't know, Amy. It does appear that these other 3 panels are maybe glued in place. However, there's a screw on the bottom and a screw on the top for these side panels. So if it's necessary or helpful, especially for you, Tom, we could talk to Lisa and see what's best for you. Maybe we test one or something like that, but they're awful expensive testers. But let's see if we can't work that out. And then, of course, we have angels and candy canes as well. So I think that the creative opportunities for these, so like something like this to give you an idea of price point, I said things were about 20 US dollars. This one's a lot less costly. This one's going to come in at about 15 US dollars because it's a much simpler number of cuts. It's a simpler process to make it. So it's going to be definitely more reasonable for you. I think we should think creatively for the holidays, for upcoming events, Thanksgivings, corporate gifts. I don't know about the States, but I can tell you there could be a whole lot of babies being born in the next couple of months. So we could do baby names. We can do, if you wanted to do a cute little baby design, I have no doubt we could come up with something cute like that. So just think outside the box. If you think it, we can do it. I feel like that is something that I've said so many times here in Belize with the weddings that I do. If you can think it, I can find somebody to make it for you, including Tom, by the way. I've got my line on somebody making those other coconut shells for you that they're made out of what's called calabash, which is a gourd instead of a coconut. Easier, a little bit easier for her to work with, but she's an incredible. So literally, if you can think it, we can. I'll get somebody. I'm tenacious. So, any other questions, Tom, Amy, that anybody can think of? I like this for you too, Tom. Maybe we do one panel is wood with your logo on it, and the other panels are glass. That could be pretty magnificent, actually.
Can you do that in other colors?
Yes, any colors. I also think this is remarkably awesome for a restaurant. So if you've got a restaurant client, and let's say you're doing customized napkin holders, you have this with your logo on it, and you can have your salts, your peppers, your packets of things, napkins in it. There's a lot of things that we could do with this. And these are just a small sample. Anything that it can be made, we can have it made and get that on up to you. And again, it's going to take some time. Go ahead.
How long does it take for a simple custom glass design to be made?
Is that your mom? She's so awesome. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Amy. Something simple right now. Normally I'd say several weeks, but given our current state of relaxation,
We have lots of time.
we have lots of time. So I would say a simple design, Lisa, and I could probably get somebody a sample done within, I would say probably about 10 days. Because I want to give her time to, she's got to process it, figure out how to make it, put it together. But that's a great question too. That's one to get made. So if you're looking at doing corporate, or hopefully we've got lots of people who will share this video, and myself included, I hope I remember, which I will, I'll remember. And then we will be getting lots of orders coming in.
How long does it take from order to ship?
Again, not having spoken to Lisa, so I don't know what's on her agenda. I don't know what's going on with her. She's over on the mainland. I would say that if you are ordering one item, just one of them, I would guess you would have it in your hands within, I would say, 8 weeks. So let's say 3 or 4 weeks for Lisa to make something customized, and then it has to get here, and then we process it, ship it up to you, and that usually takes 3 to 4 weeks to get things from here on up to the States. But why I'm talking about Christmas now because of this is because if you want a bulk order or a group order, and hopefully I'll have others besides just one, and I want to make sure that we get everything out. I would want to be sending, because here's the thing, I need to be sending December orders in October, and we're already in August.
Right, so that's just...
We're here. Like, you don't want to be ordering your Christmas items in November and then hope that the Belize post office is able to get stuff out of here. I mean, we have one dock in the Belize city. If that dock got taken out and that barges can't leave the island, then the post doesn't leave at all. So I would definitely want to have orders in, and so that's why we're pushing Christmas right now. Go ahead, Dawn.
I also think in the States,
reindeer.
we're going to have a lot more ordering at that time of the year than we would normally have.
I agree.
Because people aren't going to be traveling like they used to. So getting it from here to the States is one thing, but then if you got a backlog of orders in the States, so the sooner
From
that
people.
you can get orders in, just the better for everyone.
Well, and also for a place like Cerulean Bay or other vendors or retailers, you need to have it on your shelves. You need time to get it so that you can retail these. So, and we need to talk about retail versus and pricing and stuff. We all will talk about those offline, depending on volume and everything else, but there's no reason we have to do volume. Again, everybody's home right now, and more than ever, these online orders, you know, Tom, when those coconuts that you ordered, when I called Mr. Dennis on the mainland, I'm going to cry, but when I told Mr. Dennis on the mainland and tell him I have an order for him, that's like food. So, look. Anyway, order stuff. But it matters. And so even if it's just one, we're happy to get them out. Now, to mail one would cost $3. I put this in cardboard, layers of cardboard, then we put it in a bubble envelope, and you can get it much more cost efficient than putting it in a box. So that's, any other questions? Aim? Tom?
She says those
Reindeer?
look awesome. Draped from the Raptors at her place for her new image.
Oh, they would look amazing for you. We could get mangoes made. They would. And then what we would do, I'll tell you what we would do, Amy, is that we would have, instead of a traditional loop like you would do for a Christmas ornament, we would have some way to attach it to a fairy light so that your logo would be like lit. Would be gorge. That would be amazing. That would be gorgeous. Super gorgeous. I'm trying to think of any other little tips or pieces that you would need to know about. Like I said, all I'm going to ask you to do, folks, is ask. Can you make blah, blah, blah? I don't know. Let's find out. And let's get it done. So, yeah, Lara Goldman, I'm here. You can email me at info@12belize.com. Find us on Facebook. Find us on Pinterest. Thank you, Gabby, my Pinterest queen. You can also find us on Facebook, of course, here we are, and the website, 12belize.com, which we're going to be doing a launch for in the coming weeks because I've got some fantastic little elves that have been amazing at getting things rolling with that. So Victoria, Gabby, and Sergio. So we'll get that and we'll have a big launch and special items and stuff like that that you can purchase in that regard. So, yeah, I can't think of anything else. Hugs, kisses, lots of love. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all that good stuff. What?
Tom asked, do you have those pieces on your Facebook page or website?
Some of the stained glass is. I believe that's something Gabby and Victoria have been working on. I know, actually, Victoria has pictures of everything, except she couldn't find this Santa.
So they'll
But do you see he's got a bead, Tom?
Adorable.
Look how cute he is. Look at the bead for his... This way? I love him.
Yeah, he's a good
He's
one.
just a really good Santa. And I love that she used a glass bead there. I just love him. We could probably put a glass bead for his nose. We could put it, make it red, and he'd be... No, then he'd be Rudolph.
Yeah, that would.
No, I shouldn't override the artist.
If anything, all the stained glass ornaments and pieces will be uploaded soon.
We're going to say they're going to be uploaded by the end of today since I know what you're doing all day. If we have
I
them.
have all the pictures I have uploaded.
Okay, so we'll just get with Victoria. So,
Yeah,
Tom, we'll have those in the next couple days. I'm also working on an invoice for you. And, Tom, I have a secret. I was going to wait till I sent you some information, but it turns out I'm also a big fat liar. I lied to you. I didn't mean to lie to you, but I did lie to you. But you're going to be happy. Yes, we can put your logo on the side of a coconut. Told you, I can do anything. Okay, so going once. Going twice. Any other questions, feel free to email me, Facebook. Thank you so much for watching and participating, Tom. I look forward to working with you very much. To anybody else, lots of love and hugs and kisses. And, yeah, peace out.